We're in Shanghai Disneyland!
Hey there, MamFam. Today is our first day in Shanghai Disneyland.
We are so excited to be at the newest Disney property in the world, so we're spending the next few days here and we're bringing you with us.
You may notice our filming style is a little bit different here than normal, as we try to be as respectful as possible to social norms.
Are you guys excited?
Very excited.
So excited.
How big's that castle?
It's so big.
It's
hold on. That's so
hard,
big.
It's hard to put in words.
Yeah, it's big. It's
Massive.
the biggest one.
Huge.
Mammoth.
Ooh. Well done. Well done.
Molly, what are you most excited about today?
Riding Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure.
Not surprising.
Yeah. Alan, what are you most excited for?
I'm most excited for Illuminate, a nighttime celebration. Max!
Yes.
What are you most excited for?
The new Zootopia land and everything inside.
Before we get too far into our first day at Shanghai Disneyland, let's go over a few basics of the park. For starters, the park is divided into 8 different lands, and some of them are a little bit different than you may be familiar with. You've got Mickey Avenue, which is their version of Main Street USA, Gardens of Imagination, which is the central hub area around the castle, Adventure Isle instead of Adventure Land, as well as Treasure Cove, which is a full Pirates-themed land. They have Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, Toy Story Land, and the newest land, Zootopia. Additionally, day tickets for Shanghai Disneyland start at 599 Chinese yuan, which is approximately $83 with the current conversion rate. There are also more expensive tickets that include some attractions on Premier Access, which is Shanghai Disneyland's version of Fast Pass or Lightning Lane. And there are different sets you can buy, so you can pick the one that has the most attractions you want to do. There are also tickets that include not only Fast Passes, but Premier viewing for some of the shows and parades. These tickets start at 1,879 Chinese yuan, which is about 262 American dollars, which is what we purchased for this first day in the park. Just because we weren't sure what the crowds were going to be like, we had a limited time there, and we wanted to make sure we could get everything done. If you don't want to purchase an expensive ticket, or it maybe doesn't have all the attractions you want to do, or you only want to skip the line at a few things, and similar to a fancy ride in Walt Disney World, you will purchase per attraction or per show access to priority seating or the priority access lane. You can do this in the Shanghai Disneyland in advance as long as you have your tickets linked up. Last little note here, some of the tickets, including some of those sets that have the Premier Access, are not available until shortly before your trip. It made me very, very nervous that I wasn't seeing the tickets we wanted to purchase until literally a week before we got there, but that does seem to be the case, so keep that in mind. Also, last logistic, one thing that's very unique about Shanghai Disneyland that was very surprising to us is that we had to bring our passports with us and that they checked them upon entry along with our tickets. All right, that's enough of the nitty gritty. Let's get back to us first walking into the park. We're about to see a new castle. The biggest one.
In the rain!
Don't slip.
It's not gonna ruin it.
No, definitely not.
Whoa. All right, even through the trees, she's big. That's enormous.
We're gonna get around this very cute display to fully.
Where is so huge? This square is so.
This is the
This
cutest
is
town
adorable.
square. This is the cutest town square.
Oh my god! It's so.
Chippendale Treehouse Streets.
So.
Goofy's toys, look at that. That is massive.
You gotta get close to
For
that.
sure. It just keeps getting bigger.
I'm overwhelmed.
Is that Dumbo?
Yeah, right there. No wonder it gets such a long line. It's
Yeah.
like it's the best view of any demo.
Molly,
Yeah.
they knew you were coming.
So they put that
So
giant
they
soda right
brought
there.
your favorite thing to Shanghai Disney.
They Thank you.
This donut right in front of the castle. It's a celebration of you.
I'm gonna move right around that.
What? No, no. You gotta stand right in front of it.
It is really cute with all the cars.
It is super cute with the cars around it.
And we keep talking about it being such a big castle because, as I said, it's the biggest one in the world. It's the biggest Disney castle, taking that title away from Walt Disney World when they opened in 2016. Walt Disney World's Cinderella Castle is 189 feet tall, and this bad boy is 200 feet tall. It's called the Enchanted Storybook Castle, and you'll notice that there is a peony design as you get up to the top there, and that is because of Shanghai. The motto of this park is authentically Disney, distinctly Chinese. So you see that gold peony up there, which is the flower here. And it is just a stunning, jaw-dropping, like overwhelming castle in its beauty and its size. More down. Oh! This is very exciting.
Whoa.
They're the Chinese zodiacs, and they're all Disney characters.
Year of the rat, year of the ox, year of the tiger.
The Tigger. It's so cute.
Year of the Tigger.
It's called the Garden of 12 Friends.
There have been many changes to Shanghai Disneyland that make it quite different than the other parks around the world. The inclusion of the Garden of 12 Friends is just one of them, and it was in an effort to make sure that Shanghai Disneyland felt like it was relatable to the local population who are coming to visit. In the same way that there is no Main Street USA here, there is a town square. It is designed to appeal to the Chinese guests.
Quick, everyone go take a picture with yours.
All right, so Max and I stopped for a moment while Molly is taking your thumbnails, a little bit of behind the scenes for you, just to admire this absolutely spectacular view. And we know that Pirates of the Caribbean is right over there, but in those rocks are two skulls staring at us.
It's a little unsettling,
Just a tad.
but also just like, wow.
Right? Like the ruined lighthouse. I mean, it feels like you're coming into
two ships. Not one. I mean, one's wrecked, but
I mean, technically still a ship, though.
there's two ships. And this water is just like honestly, the scale of this thing so far. We've only scratched the surface, and I just rounded this corner and was like dumbfounded.
It's wild. Again, we've only been in what?
There's
two
a whole
lands?
like fortress wall over
That's
there.
wild. Oh my gosh. Right? Isn't it so huge?
Whole land for pirates?
So they have that ship docked there, and then they also have a ruined ship in the corner. And then, if you want to be creeped out, there's two skulls staring at you in that rock.
Oh! One of those ships we can go on. It's like a play area. Oh, cool.
Cool. You think they have an anchor we can raise?
We'll see. But I do think we have the best pirates attraction in the world waiting for us. Avast mateys! We have made it to Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure. This is Shanghai's take on Pirates of the Caribbean, my favorite Disney attraction in the world. That's all I know. I have tried very hard to avoid as many spoilers as possible, even closing my eyes when they talk about this attraction on the Disney Plus documentary series shows. But it is a Pirates unlike any we've ever seen. And it does take Premier Access, which is a paid Fast Pass service, but it only has a 10-minute wait right now, so we're gonna go through the full queue, and we'll see you on the other side, mateys. We're in the blacksmith shop, and you can see they've got different horses' shoes. Achilles, Hunchback, Frou-Frou, Aristocats, Con, Mulan, Horace, Horse Collar, Felipe, Beauty and the Beast, Angus, Brave, Abu. Oh, Abu when he turns into a horse because the genie, funny. Captain, that's from 101 Dalmatians. Looks like Jack took some horses' shoes. Jacques and Gus, the mice from Cinderella when they get turned into horses. Maximus from Tangled. Bullseye from Toy Story. Major, that's Prince Charming's horse. And Old Dobbin, which I have just Googled and is a nod to the trolley horses at Disneyland because farm horses were called Dobbins. And so the horse pulling the trolley would be called an Old Dobbin. So that's pretty cute. I also don't know that. It kind of looks like a giant hamster.
It doesn't really look like a cat, I'm gonna be honest.
It's like a possum and a guinea pig got together.
That head is not particularly cat-like. Who's wanted?
Jack. Jack Sparrow.
就是一切，对吧？所以你才会到这儿来，所以你才想当海盗。怎么样？我真是太了不起了！来得正好，我忠诚的船员们，在下这 Sparrow 船长为您效劳。我们现在就去抢 David Jones 的沉落宝藏。对，我一直在说。
I found a little alcove away from the spitting rain. Let's talk about pirates.
Forget the ride. There's a whole wall of pirate-themed ears when you get off of it. I bought 2 pairs.
That's true.
That's true.
You know what's so interesting about that ride?
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. the movie.
Yeah.
Is a movie based on a ride.
Yeah.
But what we just rode was a ride based on a movie.
Yes, I thought the same thing. This is the Pirates for the movie fan.
It is.
There were a lot more screens than I anticipated.
Same.
I do think that there were a lot of really, really cool and detailed practical sets. And I thought how they worked together was interesting. But I will say that I did not anticipate that many screens going to the attraction.
I will also say there are some very good animatronics on that. I think that as a Pirates fan, I'm used to a lot of animatronics, and there's not a lot, but they're very good. The ones that they have, particularly Davy Jones, is amazing.
The scene of the ship battle.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's amazing. I think that goes with what my initial impressions of this park are, which is just scale.
Yes.
They said make it bigger, and that scene where you round the corner on the two ships, it's impressive how big it is.
Yeah.
They did, I think the entire purpose of that ride, and sort of as we talk about it now, is let's take you, audience member, and slap you in the middle of that film, or any of the film series. You should feel like you are in it, as opposed to being a viewer of it, like on the screen, and that they were successful.
And some of the effects, I think the way they make you feel like you're underwater is very amazing as well. The lighting, the sound effects, just the set pieces, the way they're lighting those as well, making it feel like water. And then there's one part where you rise.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was awesome. So, do I think it's the best Pirates? It's not my favorite Pirates, I'll tell you that.
Well, there you go.
It is OG.
It's just a different Pirates. We are thinking of, when you think of Pirates, you think of the ride that inspired the movie, and this isn't that, but it is a very impressive telling of the movie franchise Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I give them both 10s. This one and OG Pirates at Disneyland, but very different reasons.
And just across the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean, we have found the Siren's Revenge, which is an interactive pirate ship experience. And that starts by picking our pirate name.
We be needing pirate translator.
Aye.
Okay, so it says, a pirate needs a pirate name to sail the sparkling sea. So choose a name from column A and one more from column B. So I think we're gonna go like this with our eyes closed, and the other one's telling to stop. Okay?
Okay.
Boy, these translations are something.
All right.
Stop.
Molly, that be Cyclops.
Cyclops.
All right, now for B.
Not all of these have translation, but we'll do our best.
Stop.
That be Cyclops Hannah,
Cyclops Hannah. Arr.
I think.
Sounds right to me.
Methinks Google says Cyclops Hannah.
Okay, Max, you be finding your pirate name.
Okay.
Stop. King of Lice.
King of Lice?
Aye.
Stop.
Neil.
King of Lice Neil.
King of Lice.
Aye, the King of Lice.
Stop. No, go down. Stop.
That be Powder Keg.
Powder Keg.
You be Powder Keg.
Stop.
Powder Keg John.
Powder Keg John.
Hi, my name be Powder Keg John.
Aye. All right, so again, Powder Keg John.
Aye.
King of Lice Neil.
Yes.
And Cyclops Hannah.
And Cyclops Hannah, we take the pirate ship.
Sirens are in.
Aye.
Avast.
Powder Keg John indeed.
Captain Barbosa.
是我，法波萨船长。
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Boy, I really hate it. Like, I really, really hate it. I don't like it even one bit. I'd like it to go away, actually. I'd like it. I can't make it go away, so I'm gonna go away.
一个个自作主张到处溜达。总之，现在找不着了。
With the lids.
Ooh. can't get the gold though.
Ah.
Oh. It is Captain Jack's compass.
杨好，我的戒指
Yo.
从6尾掉在这层甲板上，找到它们，你们就是我的船员。
I like that the cookbook is called Hold Your Nose and Swallow. Also leeches.
Rat gumboot.
Several rats, clean skin, chopped and detailed, much rum, herbs, water. Grill rats, add rum, add herbs, add more rum. Eat only when starving and don't tell anyone it's rats.
We have picked up our haul from Il Paperino. I myself have the Lena Bell waffle with a salted ice cream. I'm so excited to try that. Max has picked up the Big Duck himself, the Donald Duck classic waffle, and Molly has a bit of ice cream. It's a fresh watermelon ice cream sundae here, and I think in order to avoid it melting any further, she's gonna dig in.
I am confused by this a little bit because it's in a watermelon, I think, but it's not watermelon color.
It's a yellow watermelon.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
Till this very second.
Yellow watermelon is in fact the thing.
It's very fruity, very fresh. I thought it would taste like watermelon Dole Whip, but it does not. It tastes like soft serve, so it's creamier. I like that the chocolate is the shape of watermelon seeds. It's a little sweet for me though, so let's see what happens if we eat it with the actual fruit. Well, that's just delightful. It tastes pretty much like regular watermelon, if not a little less flavorful, I guess, but it matches perfectly with the ice cream. And mostly, I just think this is really fun.
All right, let's dig into this Lena Bell waffle because she is also melting. Yeah. Good, very dense, but fluffy waffle. And the salted white peach ice cream. I mean, it tastes very lightly of peach. Wow, it's so light and refreshing. It reminds me of like a really good saltwater taffy that you get at like a beach. That's dangerous. I could eat so much of that.
All right, and I, of course, have our main man Donald Duck on a waffle. It's been Mickey too long, am I right? Where is the Donald Love? Right here in Shanghai. Sexy pour. Get a little bit of that syrup on there. Cheers. That is a very dense waffle, but great flavor. A little bit of syrup makes it nice and sweet. I mean, overall, points for the packaging. We love a duck. Points for it being Donald themed, very unique. This tastes like your very traditional waffle, but nice and fluffy, dense with flavor. I enjoyed it.
Just wrapped our breakfast and enjoyed ducking out of the rain for a moment.
Nice.
Thank you, nailed it. And just scoping out some of the adorable details here on Mickey Avenue. Again, they don't have Main Street, they have Mickey Avenue. And it really, it's like Toontown was Main Street, is how I would describe it.
A very heavily themed Main Street section.
And it's like, yeah, it's like the Toons live there, and they own the businesses. And we just were noticing some cute details. Like here we've got the Melody Time Dance Studio where you can walk in but waltz out.
Oh, back over there in the corner, we have Art di Clarabella, which is where Clarabelle the cow is practicing her incredible artistry for all to view.
And above that's the white glove laundry service, which I enjoy.
And right here, you've got the costuming department, and you can see they're performing a band concert today at the park, which is a nod to the Mickey Short the Band concert, which you can see a poster for in the back. And then you can see the different costumes worn by the different characters, and you can even see who's wearing what. Clarabelle's going to play the flute. Mickey's, of course, the conductor. And then the music for the storm, which is the music you can hear in the short, is right there as well.
And I think one of the more interesting things is on the front window of this entire section is a nod to one Robert A. Iger, from California to China.
And we have found a barbery here where you can get all kinds of looks, including the mohawk, the new wave seagull, or the Oceanic Beehive.
Most importantly, though, while they say they specialize in beards and mustaches,
look at all those different styles you could do.
If you go up to the modern hairstyling section, we got a little nod to a certain wild ride in this window.
Ah, yes, the Winky Slink Centerpoint, everyone's favorite bartender.
Now, if you needed reading material for while you're waiting for your appointment, down here in the corner, you have a whole host of magazines that are references to Goofy and his shorts, explaining sports, really.
Goofy does explain sports very well. I also like that you've got Lambert Mane Wash with Lambert the Lion there, Max Hair Tonic. Ooh, even the Weasels are up here. I think the Weasels might be doing the hair.
Their achievement award is from the International Association of Barbers and Beauticians. It's for Digby, Rollo, and Alfie.
I love this. I also like that the scissors are the hands of the clock.
By the way, that award signed by Harry Toupee.
This is just delightful. All the details. We could spend forever, I think, on this street.
There is a deed to Toad Hall on the back of this door.
Stop it. There is, in fact, a deed to Toad Hall. It's on the back of a beat. They wrote on it.
It's on Be Back Soon.
They wrote on it.
It's the Weasels.
They wrote on the back of the Toad Hall's deed.
They got it from Mr. Toad. They won his house, and then they opened their barber shop.
How dare they disrespect J. Thaddeus Toad Esquire this way? Look, it's with the deed.
Alan, get in your deed selfie. You can be sure that we will find many more little details as we stroll along Mickey Avenue. But for now, on to Fantasyland.
Okay, we are en route to Fantasyland, but it feels wrong to not take some time to absolutely oogle this massive and beautiful castle. So let's take a walk beneath.
Look.
Oh yeah, the owl and squirrels from Sleeping Beauty. And as we continue to walk in, you have the mice from Cinderella. So you have, and birds. So you have Susie and Perla. Oh. And then just above the Royal Banquet Hall, you have Tiana and Naveen as frogs. And the Royal Banquet Hall is a character dining experience that you can have that sits inside of this castle. I'm still really sort of marveling over the scale of this. Max is losing his mind about something, so let's go check it out. I'm sorry, what? Are you kidding me? That is stunning.
Oh my god.
I don't know how to process this. And as if that wasn't enough, on the outside there are tile murals, one coming from Brave, so Merida and her story, Frozen, Tangled, and Princess and the Frog, all as tile mosaics. This is stunning.
Taking a closer look at these absolutely gorgeous tile mosaics. First of all, the detail is unreal. Like, look at this Frozen one. You've got Anna and Elsa, of course, Olaf, Sven, Kristoff, but then you've got all the townsfolk in the background and the Arendelle.
The Ice Castle.
Oh, the Ice Castle. And these are surely they're using real silver and gold throughout these mosaics. You can see the gold in Anna's hair and the silver throughout the snow. But one thing I just realized as well is if you read the different inscriptions at the bottom, for example, here it says, "For Anna and Elsa, a family's love warms even in the coldest winter." Each of the mosaics is a different season. So you have Anna and Elsa for winter. Merida's beautiful mosaic says, "As the leaves of autumn change, so does Merida, from a girl to heroine." And I don't know why I'm crying. I don't even like Brave that much, but that got me. Again, the detail, unbelievable. You've got the brothers as bears, the wisps, the mom as a bear, the gold in her hair. You've even got Fergus fighting Morteur in the background there. Princess Tiana. In a golden flash like summer sun, Tiana is transformed by love. I'm gonna cry again, but look how beautiful this mosaic is, and you can feel the motion. This is the moment that they are transformed back from frogs into humans, and you can see it in the tile work, like down by his feet and the magic there. You've got Lewis and a bunch of the critters all watching. Ugh, wow. The colors. And lastly, we kind of went backwards in the year. Like a flower in spring, Rapunzel's wish blooms, and seeds of a dream take flight. And you've got Rapunzel right here making a wish on a dandelion, and Pascal behind her, her beautiful golden hair woven around the portrait here. You've got the Kingdom of Corona and, of course, the lanterns back there.
If you look at the top, there's actually the magic flower.
Oh, these are so stunning.
Okay, well, continuing on our diversion to Fantasyland, we are going to stop for a moment and do this Once Upon a Time adventure, which is a walkthrough experience inside of this spectacular castle.
First thing, when you walk in, they've got all these different banners with different icons of princesses. So they had the dragon for Mulan, the lamp for Princess Jasmine, a seashell for Ariel, snowflake for Anna and Elsa, and the lotus there for Princess Tiana. Of course, we all know whose glass slipper that is, and an apple for Snow White.
他的故事将在城堡顶端再次上演，浪漫、惊险、邪恶、友情。你也可以和白雪公主一起漫游童话时光。
A storybook came to life and told us a little bit about Snow White, and then it told us to wander through fairy tale time. Well, that's the translation I got anyway. And now we have found these beautiful carvings in the hallway. Oh, Mulan! Oh. As we continue our way into the castle, look how gorgeous these are. The detail is unbelievable. Oh, Mushu! Wow, 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 wow. Oh, Pocahontas. Oh. It's going in order. It's going in order. We're wandering through the fairy tale time, which is what the book told us to do. So we're going in reverse release date, which means we're gonna, of course, end with the first princess, Snow White.
他只有一个愿望，找到真爱。 但是，王后需要找到可以信赖的朋友。您，也许就是走进她的世界。她在许愿井边等着您呢。等一下，往前面走。对我说，爱我。
接下来是我一个诱人的苹果。
Well, that was neat.
Very cute.
What a fun way to explore the age-old story of Snow White.
I love that at multiple castles around the world, cough not Orlando, annoying cough, you can go into the castle and experience some kind of walkthrough. We saw it in Tokyo, it's in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I actually think, as much as I loved the Snow White story, my favorite thing was actually those beautiful carvings of each princess on your way up.
I also just want to mention, because you said Disneyland does a walkthrough that is Sleeping Beauty, of course, Sleeping Beauty Castle. Tokyo is a Cinderella. It's fun that this one's Snow White. Each one of them with a walkthrough is a different story.
Yeah.
And I thought the use of technology was really cool here.
Yeah.
The kind of hologram effect, it especially was cool with like the magic apple. And there were a few times that it had practical elements mixed in. I think if you're here, this is not something you're going to see anywhere else. And those are the experiences I loved when we go to these international
agree.
parks. And speaking of, I think we have another one nearby that isn't like anything, at least we have in Walt Disney World.
Right across from the backside of the castle is this beautiful waterway, and I believe that those boats that we see in the distance are to our next attraction, Voyage to the Crystal Grotto. This is a boat ride that's going to take us to a magical grotto where stories are brought to life through music, light, and motion. Sounds like fun.
I wish you could see us attempting to film right now because it's a little bit of chaos.
There are many umbrellas.
And we weren't allowed to bring, we weren't allowed to bring in our tripod, which is not even an extendable tripod, it's just like a handle.
Yeah.
So Alan is Hamlet right now.
Truly.
It's all good. We're making it happen, Captain.
We're doing it and we're having a great time.
Let's talk about that really fun experience.
That's an adorable ride.
I loved it. Like, I want to be dramatic and be like, it's one of my favorite rides I've ever been on.
Wow.
Like, I loved it.
Really intricate statues that made up fountains that told the different stories of a multitude of different princes and princesses.
I got very excited to see Mulan because she is my favorite Disney princess and it's one of my favorite Disney movies, and she didn't have a ride. So like to see her on a ride, I got very excited.
Would you say that one was your favorite one?
Oh, for sure.
Alan, what's your favorite one?
Either Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin.
I'm surprised you didn't say your shirt.
On your shirt.
I thought Fantasia.
The Sorcerer Mickey one with all the brooms and the swirling whirlpool was definitely number one for me.
It was very cool.
And then when we went into the cavern,
all throughout the experience, there were these beautiful, almost like garden stake crystal dragonflies that took you throughout. And I was a little bit confused about their presence at first. I don't know about either of you. But the minute we got into the cavern and we had the dragonfly that is carrying pixie dust, sort of like leading you through this story, it was very cool to have that all tied together.
Yeah, I loved it. I want to go on it again before we're out of Shanghai because that was so special.
An adorable ride.
Also, fun little detail I noticed. It definitely is reminiscent of the Storybook Land canal boats in Disneyland, an opening day attraction there, but just more modernized, I would say. And one thing that was very cute was on one side of the boat they had the patchwork quilt flowers, not quite the same as Disneyland, but I feel as though a nod to the original. And it was said that was Walt Disney's favorite part of Disneyland. So. Molly from the future here. This ride ended up being such a hit with us that we went back on another day just to ride it at night, and it was even more beautiful. Just look at this. Also, we noticed this really cool Easter egg of this boat parked right here near the dock, and I feel like you can tell who that might belong to.
Now, we did just see a bunch of fountains. We're actually staring at another fountain right now.
It's so cute.
And that, I think, can take us to our next ride.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, here it is. This is a beautiful fountain that shows a map from an aerial view as you arrive flying with Peter Pan into Neverland. So directly in front of me, you'll see Skull Rock. I'm going to rotate so you get a little bit of a better picture. You have Skull Rock. There's Captain Hook's ship next to the volcano. Then, of course, you have Mermaid Lagoon and the Indian encampment.
Hangman's Tree is there too. It's a little small, but it's there.
We've been there. We've been in that.
We've been there.
We've been in that.
On our way to Peter Pan's flight, that is where we're headed next if our map of Neverland didn't give that away. I just want to point out something that's pretty unique about the structure and layout of this park. In domestic parks, Fantasyland is laid out in a pretty sprawling fashion behind whatever castle is within that either Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. Here, it's almost like a bit of an avenue where you're walking down a long street, and then on the left-hand side you have all of the attractions, food shops, as well as merchandise locations that would make up a Fantasyland, including our destination, Peter Pan's flight.
Also, a cute detail when exploring Fantasyland, look at the clocks that we found in one of the ear shops.
Now, the three of us have read that for folks who are familiar with the domestic Peter Pan's flight ride, this one is worth checking out because it is just different enough. But it does still tell the story of the Darling family as they travel with Peter Pan to Neverland to try and avoid their nemesis, Captain Hook. Okay, well, I just want to say, I know when we got on this attraction, I said that it had a couple of differences. Yeah. The reality is, there are some familiar scenes, but it felt pretty different.
Significantly different ride.
I think it's my favorite Peter Pan I've ever been on.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, nostalgia be damned at this point, because that one had some very cool scenes. I loved Nana. Nana was my favorite part, and I loved like flying over the giant Neverland. I liked that they used the animation from the movie as part of the fighting. I loved it.
I think that I was really happy to see some of these scenes that felt familiar to me. So the pirate ship scene that we all know and love from Disneyland and Walt Disney World, where you like sort of fly around both sides of the sail, that was utilized, but as you said, it was used to like show more combat. It just felt longer. I think I enjoyed it because I got more of the story.
Yeah, and really small detail, but I like the ending.
Yeah.
I like the way they brought you back to London at the end.
Yeah.
That was a very cute attraction. I'm glad we did that.
I loved it so much.
Very, very good.
Now we need more snacks. All right, we stopped by Merlin's Magical Meals Recipe. Merlin's Magical Recipe. It's located right next to the Winnie the Pooh attractions. They've got Pooh's honey pot spins, which is like teacups, and then they've got Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And so they have Winnie the Pooh themed snacks, including this, could this be cuter, Winnie the Pooh shaped grilled cheese with beef and mushrooms on it. I'm obsessed with it. I hope it's delicious.
Pretty good?
Pretty good. For a theme park grilled cheese, it's pretty good. It's kind of like roast, like pot roast meat. Definitely more tender than I expected it to be, but not the best meat I've ever had, obviously. It's very cheesy, as you can tell. Buttery bread, not a super strong mushroom flavor. Overall, a very cute and warm snack on this kind of drizzly day.
And I have a barbecue and pineapple tiger tail. Now they have also provided for us these, which we learned last night at our dim sum eating, that these are intended to be gloves one puts on their hands. However, given the current circumstance, I only have 2 hands available, one for holding umbrella, one for eating. I will not be gloving a hand. I'm so sorry. This certainly is a different approach to barbecue. Not bad. The bun, let's start there. The bun, nice, very, very bouncy bread.
Was like that Tigger. A Tigger pun?
Yeah, thank you. You can taste the pineapple throughout. There are large chunks of it on there. But the barbecue sauce, if you're thinking like traditional American or Western barbecue sauce, that is not what you're getting here. You're getting something that's almost like brown sugar and allspice. A little bit like Chinese 5-spice in here, I would imagine. Very tasty. And then the green on tops are fine. They're adding a little bit of like herbaceous flavor, but this is pretty darn good and sizable.
We're all equally excited to ride the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh right now.
Sorry if I sound a little like Eeyore for this next one,
not
but...
much of a house. Just right for not much of a donkey.
Our next attraction is the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. On a day where I've already seen the Deed to Tow Hall vandalized, hanging in a window, apparently valued no more than to tell people that weasels that cut hair will be back later. To rub salt in the wound, I guess I'm gonna board a honey pot and ride through a ride that replaced that attraction in Walt Disney World. Great. Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a dark ride. This is largely the same as the one in the Magic Kingdom in Florida, but it is instead in Shanghai. I do expect that there won't be a deed in here, since I've already seen it. Pour one out for J. Thaddeus Toad Esquire, everyone. This is my ride to hell. Okay, are we ready?
Are you ready?
Are you good?
Bro. Sure.
上次还姑妈不小心缠下了一个海鸥的。我是跳跳虎，来，我们一起跳。哦，我差点跳出去了。长鼻怪和大臭鼠专偷蜂蜜。长鼻怪和大臭鼠。 马上就来，小心！大雨停了，大家聚在一起欢呼。
舅舅明年万岁
Hooray for Pig 2!
好吃。
I didn't realize it, but I think I speak Chinese, or at least understand it, because I understood every single thing they said in that attraction.
Yeah.
Look, Mama, I'm a kite. Be careful, Roo.
Yep, that ride is exactly the same as the one in the Magic Kingdom, except it's in Shanghai.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
There is one noticeable difference, however, and you pointed it out. No deed.
No deed.
No deed to Toad Hall.
We've already seen it, though.
Yeah. But more importantly than that, right? So, first of all, if you're here, you could skip that one.
Yeah.
We rode it because it was included with our expensive ticket that gave us fast pass to most attractions, so why not, because we're standing right here. But definitely skippable, I think, if you're used to the Magic Kingdoms version.
Yeah.
More importantly than that ride, I got a Magic Passport.
Ooh.
We'd seen these like kiosks around that ask you to stamp things, and then they had one in the Winnie the Pooh gift shop where you could actually purchase the passport, and I stuck it in the machine and it put a cute Winnie the Pooh stamp on it. So now I'm gonna try to get all the stamps. What's happening with my hair? It's fine. Today is a struggle day.
Guys, we're doing our best.
We're doing it. We're doing it. Hey, we went to Chipmunk Snacks and we got these cute AF snacks.
They are cute.
This is a peanut butter and chocolate swirled ice cream cone that's got like some jelly on top.
And melting everywhere.
And this is a gigantic, it says croissant, but okay. And it has apparently Nutella in it.
Y'all just dig in. That's going to waste. Go,
It's
go, go.
us. I'm gonna go like this.
Oh my god, this is such
Maybe.
a mess.
Are you?
That peanut butter ice cream is so good. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That is a delight.
That's amazing. This is so melty, but it's so good.
It's definitely croissant-esque in flavor, but it feels like a flattened croissant. Like it feels like they flattened a croissant and then toasted it, because you can see all the little layers in there. And then it's got marshmallow cream and Nutella, but as we discovered in Japan, the Nutella is better. It's less artificial flavor. Oh my god, this is delish. It's kind of almost s'mores adjacent.
The peanut butter ice cream is so good. The chocolate's actually pretty subtle, but even though it's a melty mess, it's very, very tasty.
No notes.
After our delicious treats, which by the way, I just like, how nice were they? We are headed to the Adventure of Rhythm here on the Storyhouse stage. Now this is a stage show that takes you on a journey of different characters' stories through music and rhythm. And when I say different characters, I mean that because the lineup of character encounters that will be a part of the show changes daily. Now today it looks like we have Mulan, Pinocchio, the Genie in Aladdin, and May. Oh, Molly came prepared. Now I should note we did buy priority seating for this show. That was not included in our very fancy ticket that we bought for today, and that cost about $75 in total for the three of us, which isn't inexpensive. I am excited to get in and see this show.
Okay, well, let's just... First of all, I really enjoyed the show.
Second of all, Panda May is the greatest character to ever exist in a Disney park, and I'm very upset that I can't hug it.
That adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was fun. Lots of different characters. I think the rotating character element is so interesting, but the four we got were fun. And man, the Pinocchio strings
That was
for the
very
movers,
cool.
very
good.
cool.
I liked the energy of like the drummers in the audience. It gave High School Musical 2 or Camp Rock, but people that could actually play instruments, not just
banging on pots and
pans.
I think it was just the entire energy of it, though. I will say, and this is not a bad thing. I think it fits sort of the theme of that show. It felt a little chaotic of like, we're going to show you all of these stories and we're going to use this really high energy beat and rhythm to get you through them. And it felt like it was fast.
I liked it though. Nothing like I've seen before for a show. Wasn't
That's a
sure
first.
what to expect. And then as we exited, we got another little performance.
We sure did.
It stopped raining.
You're welcome.
And the stopped raining, the Streamosphere's out. So it's lovely. And because it stopped raining, unfortunately, we weren't able to use our reserved seat that came with our ticket for the parade earlier because it was canceled due to the weather. But there's another parade stepping off in a little bit, and I feel like we may get lucky with the weather.
We got a window.
Hey!
These guys do parades.
Yeah.
Bros watch parades.
Yeah. See you there.
Well, I'm glad I was able to record Molly on the phone earlier because there's really not much left of the coconut popcorn that we picked up in Adventureland because I'll just say it for her. It's delicious, perhaps the best popcorn she's ever had, and kettle corn is now ruined for her. I think I got that right. Nodding for approval. We are not coming up for air. In that downtime, what I will tell you is that we are currently waiting for the parade for the day. Now, again, as Molly mentioned, the first parade was canceled due to weather, and that is called Mickey's Storybook Express. And currently, there is a pre-parade that runs before the main parade that is called Disney's Utopia Day Special Pre-Parade. So we are staking out our spot. The pre-parade launches at 3:30 today, and the parade launches at 3:45. So they are really close back to back with one another. And we have gotten here at around 3:15 to stake a spot and wave at some of our favorite characters. Well, Molly's going to eat popcorn, and it remains to be seen on if she waves at anybody, really.
I'm out. What Zootopia citizen do you host in the parade?
Hauser. Nick Wilde.
Toot. Well, that was cute.
It really was. I mean, I love a train theme.
You do love a train.
So it was pretty good to see old Mick Mouse and Donald on the train.
Yeah, I liked that. Gotta shout out the Mulan float.
Oh, Con.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Stunning.
So
That
great.
entire unit was really ornate.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
I liked a lot of those floats. The Tangled float was
Yeah.
really cool. Maximus on the back of it, but Flynn and Rapunzel up on the front.
It all felt really kinetic.
Yeah.
I liked the Toy Story float too, with Rex's mouth moving and Woody riding Rex. Obviously, gotta love the last float with all of the Duffy and Friends characters
So
on there.
much Duffy and
Did
Friends.
you hear the crowd go wild
The crowd
for
was
Lena Bell?
way louder for Lena Bell than any other character.
That's correct.
I love it.
Lotso got a lot of love as well.
He did.
They love Lotso.
Lotso did get a lot of love.
It's a lot of representation, but yeah, I dare say Duffy and Friends are more popular here than in Japan,
Which is
like,
surprising.
shocking to me. But very cute parade, I think worth a see.
Absolutely.
And now I'm gonna say something I don't know that any of us ever thought I'd say.
Okay.
I think we should go ride the water ride.
What?
There is a water ride here called Roaring Rapids. It's included with our ticket. It's not included with our ticket any other days, and apparently it has an animatronic on there that is unbelievable. So I am suggesting we buy ponchos and we ride the water ride.
All right.
We are truly in a different world.
We are.
The aforementioned water ride is right here. It's called Roaring Rapids, and it is a Cali River Rapids style vehicle that takes you through the jungle here in Adventure Isle. Now, thanks to my handy dandy passport that I got earlier and just got a new stamp on, the Adventure Isle, which is their Adventureland, is home to a friendly and welcoming culture of the Arbory people, who have long embraced a philosophy of living in harmony with the natural world. Now, when here in Adventure Isle, the Grandpa Mountain, or the Roaring Mountain, the most revered mountain peak, which I believe we're about to scale, is the Aputaku. And apparently there's something in there that's not thrilled that you're visiting. So we're gonna do it, we're gonna see it. I hate getting wet, but I love animatronics. Additionally, it's a very popular attraction. It has a 75-minute wait right now. You can, again, pay for the Premier Access, which is the Skip the Line service. It was included in the pass we bought today, so why not? Has a 107 centimeter height requirement, which is about 42 inches. And honestly, I just hope this animatronic is worth getting wet. Two things. One, we couldn't use the lockers because we don't have China payment, basically. Like, the system would time out and not take our cards. So Max is holding all our stuff. He either won or lost, not riding this, depending on how you look at it. And number two, we bought ponchos, but we're redeeming the receipt in the queue.
Right here.
Which is very weird.
Do you have on 2 rain jackets?
I'm that serious.
这次由汤前家联盟带领的意义重大的激流远征，正在考察时请大家坐好，并保持安全带紧扣。谢谢。Be sure to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened.
That's cool, but not cool enough. Wow, look at that. So scenic, so pretty, so beautiful.
讲讲九九。哎呀，这口太难了，笑死我了！
Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max, for being the holder of the bag.
I am keeper of bags. I also need you to know, I got very wet from that geyser over there.
I bet you got wetter than I did.
The wind hit and it just absolutely drenched my hair and chest. So I've dried out a bit now, but I need you to know I got my fair share.
We will buy you a snack later.
Sorry,
of your
buddy.
choosing.
Oh, it's all good. Happy to tote the bags.
It was a cool animatronic.
I think what made it cool wasn't necessarily like its complexity. What made it cool was its size.
Again, in keeping with the Shanghai theme.
Things are big.
And it also had some suspense leading up to it. Like you go into this cavern and it's dark and you can see its shadow and you hear roaring, but you're not really sure what it's going to be. It's a very cool animatronic. I've heard it doesn't always work. I've heard it has a lot of technical difficulties, so
Like
I'm glad I
a
got
Yeti
to see it.
situation?
Yeah. Or the ride just doesn't run because it's down. But I will say definitely the best rapid ride I've ever been on just because of the complexity of the animatronic. However, I was not in the wet seat. I really didn't get wet at all. If I had gotten wet, not worth it.
It's me.
Some other people got wet.
It got in my mouth.
I got wet.
Worth it?
No. It's a cool animatronic. Cool ride. I will say, on the whole, I think you get less wet. Like, all passengers are net less wet than something like Cali or Dudley
Grizzly.
Do-Right's Rips Off
Oh my god,
Falls,
way
or
less
Grizzly
wet
Peak.
than the Universal rides.
So, yeah, it's neat.
Don't need to do it again.
Nope.
I just want to point out we're passing into Toy Story Land, and they love Jessie so very much. You must feel so at home with, I mean,
Buzz better be in there.
Welcome to Toy Story Land here at Shanghai Disneyland. This land is mega themed to all things Toy Story, featuring many of your favorite Toy Story characters and 3 attractions. We have Slinky Dog Spin, Woody Roundup, and our next attraction for the day, Rex's Racer. Outside of these 3 attractions, it also has some food options, some carnival games. You can meet some characters and just tons of Toy Story theming, whether it is Owl's Toy Barn or Green Army Man themed bathrooms.
Much like Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios, it's just freaking cute in here. You've got the Christmas lights that Andy strung up, the Tinker Toys, the Connects. But much like the rest of this park, it's way bigger in here. Like just the pathways that you can walk, and just like, you're still small like a toy, but you're in a much bigger land. But you know what? Still not shaded.
Yeah, I got good news, Orlando. Even in China, we haven't figured out how to shade a backyard.
I think this one was first too.
That's true.
We didn't learn for Orlando. Are you guys excited for that?
It reminds... Oh. It reminds me of the old pirate ship rides.
Yeah,
And
like
I gotta tell you, I've never been on one.
Well, first for everything.
That's right. Now, Rex's Racer does have a height requirement of 120 centimeters, which is about 47-ish inches. It has been very popular all day. As of right now, the wait time is 75 minutes, but luckily for us, we will be getting on with our priority access that was included with our ticket. And you might be asking yourself, why Rex's Racer, not RC Racer? Well, you'll see at the entrance of the attraction that Rex is driving RC. Also, you might notice right up here that it is model number 1995, which of course is the year the Toy Story came out.
How was your first pirate ship style ride?
I enjoyed that more than I expected to.
Yeah, it was more thrilling, I think, than I had thought going into it. Not like the most thrilling attraction I've ever been on, but certainly for like going up and down, backwards and forwards, it was a little bit more intense than I anticipated.
Couldn't film on the ride, so you don't get our POV. But I think it's a fun ride. I wouldn't wait 75 minutes for it.
I agree.
But I'm glad we rode it. It was a fun style attraction we don't have at home. Yeah. Also, we went into Al's Toy Barn, which has a lot of very cute Toy Story merch. But personally, I really enjoyed all the details of the chickens, especially in the light fixture. They had a chicken, Buzz, and Woody.
Cute.
And I really enjoyed it.
And Jessie, she was there too.
Yeah.
And
Molly knows she can't incite so much excitement by mentioning her.
Yep. That's it. But seeing those chickens got me thinking I want to eat eggs.
Really? That's your transition?
And that's my transition. We're going to get dinner now.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not a winner, but we tried.
But we do get dinner.
Excellent job, Max.
All right, we're going now.
I didn't write it. Woody's Roundup is an incredibly cute version of either Alien Swirling Saucers or Happy Ride with Baymax or Tomato Junkyard Jamboree. Very, very cute with the horses. But I will say this is not our last jaunt into Toy Story Land on this trip because while it's closed now, there is some food we want to try here, and I hear a certain dinosaur is making an appearance.
One day later.
You know, I'll get wet to a certain extent for Partysaurus Rex, but when they dumped all the water into one bucket, we were all like, and we're done.
I'm out, bye.
And then they drenched the kids that were standing right next to us. Like, full buckets of water.
Would have been us.
But Partysaurus Rex is so cute.
Very cute. Very cute.
After rocking out with Partysaurus Rex at the backyard splash round, we headed over to Lotso's Lunchbox. This was all on our not on camera friend fun day, but this dessert and Partysaurus Rex were too cute not to share. We grabbed a Lotso strawberry shaved ice, which is a thinly shaved ice with strawberry syrup on top, but it actually had real strawberries, which was very delightful. It wasn't super artificial tasting. It was another very cute but very tasty dessert. It was perfect on this hot day. Would absolutely get again and recommend.
Back to our regularly scheduled transition. What are you two doing? We need food. We are at a Mickey and Pals Market Cafe, which is equipped with a menu of Chinese food, including some noodles, and as Molly really wants to eat, an egg that has Mickey's face in it.
We have made it to a table inside the Mickey and Friends Cafe. This restaurant is very cute. We'll do a little tour after because it's several different seating areas themed to different restaurants, but it's all the same one. And the reason for coming here, look at that egg. That is how did they do that? Wizardry and magic is the only answer I have. Why is it on spaghetti? I don't know. But this was one of several restaurants I knew had the very cool Mickey-shaped eggs, and that's why we're here. So I'm going to start with the egg. It's delicious. It tastes like a hard-boiled egg. I wish it was a little gooier, but it's cool. Now, the egg is set atop a gigantic Wagyu beef meatball and spaghetti for some reason. Yeah, that tastes like theme park spaghetti. The sauce is mid. I do like the amount of cheese she put on top. The meatball is higher quality than normal. This is fine. It was really about the egg.
Here we are. Dumpling acquired. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a darn good dumpling. Good pork little meatball inside, seasoned really well. This is a soup dumpling, so there is a nice broth on the inside. With that vinegar, it's a perfect well-rounded dumpling. I'm enjoying the dumplings here immensely.
And I have beef with some fried noodles. That's fine. The meat's a little bit dry. Save the sauce does help a little bit, the soy-based sauce. And then the fried noodles have a good soy sauce to them, but they could be a little bit more fried. They're a little soft for my taste. But generally speaking, it's a fine beef and noodle dish.
All right, let's do a little walkabout in this cutesy restaurant. First of all, we're in a cafe, a diner theme. It's got some 70s vibes. I'm obsessed with these Daisy Duck, like hippie posters, and I would like to own one. Related, who is that? I know Donald has Huey, Dewey, and Louie as his nephews. Does Daisy have 3 nieces? I'm about to go down a duck rabbit hole. Or a duck hole. You know what? I knew this and it just came screaming back to me. Their names are April, May, and June. Adorable. Ugh. What I wouldn't give to be part of this gal's tea right here. You know they got the tea. You know the gossip is hot with these 3. And then if you take a look at the jukebox here, it's Disney songs. So you've got everything from Spoonful of Sugar to Be Prepared to I've Got No Strings to Cruella de Vil, all kinds of classic Disney hits. You can't actually put money in it, so it doesn't actually work. But it's very cute. Here's the sign for Daisy's Cafe, and below it, I love that they're advertising the Society Dog Show. All breeds welcome, but no riffraff. And it's gonna be at the Marceline Hotel. Marceline, of course, a nod to Walt Disney's boyhood home in Missouri. Across the way here, we've got a little dining location owned by the 3 Caballeros, Donald, Jose, and Panchito, and I love that they're projecting some of their cartoons up on the wall there. And then they also have some old posters for the movies featuring these characters, the 3 Caballeros and Saludos Amigos. Got a little Oswald the Lucky Rabbit reference right here. That was the original cartoon success for Walt, and then Universal stole it. It's a whole thing, but Disney bought it back. Actually, they traded Al Michaels for it. Also got Pecos, as in Pecos Bill right here. We love employee notices, gotta stay safe. Goofy is definitely who I think of when I think of an employee that would stay safe, as well as Pete. You know, not 2 people I'd take safety advice from, but I would take Claire Belcal's yoga class. Oh, this is great. We've got some more nods to some old school Disney cartoons. You've got Casey at the bat right here with the Mudville Peaches. I love the Sleepy Hollow right here. It's got squash and pumpkins inside there. Hilarious. Giant brand green beans, apple seeds from Johnny Appleseed. We found these punch-in work cards here, and after a few quick Google searches, we realized that these are Imagineers' names, likely the ones that worked on this restaurant, which is very fun. But my favorite part is Tony's, which is the restaurant in Lady and the Tramp, as pictured here. You've got a Lady and the Tramp poster, and then how cute is this? You've got the table set for the dogs right here, including the breadsticks and the famous meatballs. Oh, could cry. But
the Chianti glass they're using as a candle holder.
The Chianti glass, you know, you can't give the dogs the wine, but they can have the candle. And you know we're going in the back of the restaurant because this is like your delivery door here, and you've got some crates and things as well. But the cutest part, in my opinion, is the fact that, like many restaurants, many nice restaurants, many Italian restaurants specifically, they will have like caricatures of famous people that have dined at that restaurant. And instead of famous humans, they have Disney characters all over. And I just think this is adorable. I'm also obsessed with this mural on the back wall of all the different characters dining at Tony's. You can see them serenading Lady and the Tramp right there. You've got the Incredibles celebrating Jack's birthday. Even Anton Ego seems to be enjoying himself. Jeannie is serving. Eeyore looks a little sad, but maybe it's because Pooh's not sharing his honey. You got Harryhausen from Monsters, Inc. cooking up some sushi in the back. Boo and Sully. It's just like an adorable mural.
As we get to the end of our first day at Shanghai Disneyland, let's point out a few more details here on Mickey Avenue, starting with as soon as we walked out of our meal, up on the side of the building, you can find WOOF, the voice of Mickey Avenue, the radio station serving all of the tunes here on Mickey Avenue. Kind of a fun little inclusion. And of course, Pluto is the mascot of Woof.
And if you look real close up in this building, you will see that you have Flower Street, the street sign for Flower Street, listed here, and that is because Walt Disney Imagineering is located at 1401 Flower Street in Glendale, California. Also right below that, you have Medicated Rusties, obviously the brand endorsement that Lightning McQueen has throughout his time spent in Cars.
Side by side, we have Three Little Pigs Construction with Practical Pig hardware, and right next to it, we have Big Bad Wolf's Demolition. Their tagline, "We'll blow your house down." A couple fun things, of course, the Three Little Pigs construction and Practical Pigs hardware is built, notably, of brick. But up in the top of that building, you can see a house made of sticks as well. Sort of strange. No straw house to be found. It certainly did get blown down, but I seem to remember so did the sticks one. Also, the weather vane on the top of Three Little Pigs construction is so cute. It has all three of the pigs, and the big bad wolf is hanging from his overall straps, it looks like.
We're playing Easter egg roulette. We already talked at length about the barbershop here, but above it, you've got the Tremaine Sisters Beauty Parlor, 2 steps to a more beautiful you, and the whole thing here takes place in a building called Elias, and Elias is Walt Disney's middle name, also his father's first name.
Moving a little further down Town Square, you have a florist here that is Flowers and Trees Florist, themed after the, well, one of the first Technicolor animated features, Flowers and Trees. Our arrangements dance with color, just like the original Flowers and Trees did so long ago.
A fun fact about Flowers and Trees, Walt Disney actually made them redo most of the work because they were doing it in black and white, and then the technology came out for Technicolor, so he made them scrap the entire project and start again. His brother Roy, who was in charge of the money, not thrilled about this. It was the first animated short to ever win an Oscar, so how mad could Roy really be?
Tucked away here beside Flowers and Trees is Laugh-O-Grams Photo Studios, which is a deep-cut reference to the first studio Walt ever opened called Laugh-O-Grams when he was contracted in 1921 to create the namesake of the studio. While they weren't creating Newman's Laugh-O-Grams, this is also the studio where Walt created Alice's Wonderland, where he had Virginia Davis, an actress, take part in an animated world around her. And seemingly going back in time from Flowers and Trees to Laugh-O-Grams, you've now got a reference to the Marceline Hotel. Marceline, Missouri, famously where Walt Disney is from and is the inspiration for the Main Street USA section of Magic Kingdoms and Disneylands around the world. Well, except for here.
It's where they're having the dog show later.
And under the Laugh-O-Gram Photo Studio is the Mickey Avenue Post Office, which, if you happen to look inside, you can see that there are P.O. boxes, and many of them are signed to who the owner is, and you might notice some familiar names. There's all kinds of Disney characters that are referenced here, from princesses to your VIPs to maybe some lesser, often seen characters, like actually Practical Pig, Pfeiffer Pig, who we just saw their construction company, and Big Bad Wolf. And another fun building up further on Mickey Avenue is the Silly Symphony Music Store. Of course, this is themed after the Silly Symphony shorts, all music-based, and the outside design is just so cute for a music store featuring bass clarinets, alto saxophones, cymbals, organ pipes, trumpets, although it looks more like a flugelhorn, and clarinets. Such a cute design. And then in the windows, some of those characters from the Silly Symphonies. Just love the music store aesthetic here.
And one more to close us out on this Easter egg palooza. You've got the comic book shop right here, Floyd and Carl's Comics. Now I have to assume those are nods to two of Disney's most notable animators. Floyd Norman, he was the first black animator at Walt Disney Studios. He has worked on dozens of iconic Disney films, including Sleeping Beauty, Sword in the Stone, Robin Hood, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, Pixar films such as Toy Story 2 and Monsters, Inc. And I'm assuming Carl is for Carl Barks, who was another Disney animator. He was the writer and artist of the first Donald Duck stories and the creator of Scrooge McDuck. Love that both of those gentlemen are getting a shout out here on Mickey Ave. Couple more Easter eggs in the Duffy and Friends merchandise shop. For starters, there's a train going around the top of the tracks, and all of Duffy's friends are on board with Conductor Duffy at the front, and they're riding the Lily Bell, which is named after Walt's wife. Additionally, if you look at the train schedule, you'll see familiar locations such as Burbank, Anaheim, Grizzly Gulch, that's where Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is located in Hongtong Disneyland, Grizzly Flats, that's the name of Ward Kimball, an iconic Imagineer who helped Walt Disney with the trains. That was his backyard train system. But I think most intriguing to us for sure was the some of the remarks here about why the trains might be delayed.
And while your brain is processing all of those fun factoids and deep cut references, we are going to get prepped and ready for our final event of the evening, which is a nighttime spectacular.
We got ice cream treats.
Cheers.
I don't know what flavor Lena Bell is. The chocolate?
You all in China? Making premium bars of chocolate.
What is Hawthorne?
I do not know what flavor I'm eating.
Chocolate and chocolate?
I like it though.
It's fruity.
Try this. That's like sea salt and peach.
I think it's sea salt and peach too. Want to hear?
Try that.
We've been getting that taste
A lot. They love peach.
Yeah, peach very popular.
Hawthorne. You have to bite, pal.
Chocolate.
Isn't that interesting?
Whoa.
Can't beat an ice cream treat.
Now.
Only the ears are chocolate. It's vanilla in the head. Wow, what a revelation. Isn't that cool?
The nighttime show here at Shanghai Disneyland is called Illuminate, a nighttime celebration. Now, reserved seating was included with our ticket, but it is something you could purchase individual premiere access for. And we don't know a lot about it other than the fact that it's described as using projection mapping on the castle, flames, fountains, lasers, and lighting. And it's going to be a state-of-the-art technology show. Plus, right now to celebrate the opening of Zootopia, there's a little Zootopia tag on the front end. You know we love a nighttime spectacular around here, so just excited to see what Shanghai has in store.
Yeah, that was something.
Boy, Shanghai really said, you know, when they built this park, they said, okay, Castle Parks, they got fireworks.
Flying into my heart. The Marvel scenes.
Oh, so
The
good.
Avengers
Cool.
scenes were unbelievable. And it's
good.
such a treat to see Marvel at Nighttime Spectaculars just because they can't be in Walt Disney World and it's in World of Color and California. But to have the freaking Avengers music on the castle, the projections.
The Infinity Stone section.
Oh, that part blew my mind. There was just some really cool things too. Like at one point, Cap like hit something with his shield and it sparked a firework
Or
off.
when Thor slammed the hammer on the ground and it, and like all the lights went out except for sparks from the.
Very cool.
It was just like the way they used the technology was very
good,
cool.
very seamless.
I thought the most emotional I was gonna get was during the Moana scene when they like went into the tribal music with the fire and then her grandmother showed up. And then at the end, they're like, hey, what if we show you all these characters as children to a slow, beautiful version of Try Everything?
Yeah. Oh.
And I was just unwell because I was like, little Molly would never believe she was here right now. And it was just like a beautiful way to end the show with all the little kid versions of Elsa and Moana. And
So that was your favorite part, Max?
I mean, Marvel, I know we've talked about it, but the Marvel section's unbelievable.
I think if I have to pick another one, it is with the entire Mulan sequence that is set to show yourself.
Yeah, that part was great too. And just like at the very end, some of the projection designs, like they made it look holographic and kaleidoscope-esque at one point, and it was so beautiful.
When the ice crystals
broke out.
Oh, so
great.
Definitely the best projection show I've ever seen.
For sure.
Definitely.
But that brings us to an end of our first day here at Shanghai Disneyland, and we didn't cover everything that we wanted to, so thank goodness. We have more days here. But I guess, what was a favorite part for you guys today?
It's always hard to beat a Nighttime Spectacular. That show was awesome, but I'm going to take that off the table.
Okay.
And I'm going to say I was just so delighted by that Crystal Grotto ride. It was really, really sweet, and it was kind of a surprise standout for me.
Yeah, I'm going to put Alan in a tough spot because I'm going to go ahead and take the new Pirates ride. I think just the scale of the set pieces, specifically that scene with the two ships fighting each other, I mean, breathtaking when you go into that room. It is really just the size of that thing is amazing.
You know, for me, I think it has to be Town Square moving up to Mickey Avenue, that entire front entry of the park. There are so many Easter eggs hidden throughout. Not even hidden. They're just Easter eggs throughout that entire space that spans not just the animated characters that we know and love, but the history of the Disney company is hidden within those walls and the different signposts. I thought that was really cool to see and very unexpected. But it was just such a nice way to showcase some history.
And last question before we go tonight, what was your favorite thing you ate today?
Taking the croissant sandwich with the hazelnut spread. That was so good.
I'm going to go ahead and cheat because both of mine are play on classics from Disney. One is love seeing my main duck get a waffle.
Sure.
But two, the discovery that the Mickey Premium Bar had chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah,
that was
pretty
very
epic.
nice.
Pretty
That was
epic.
very nice. Coconut popcorn for me.
Ooh.
That was like my favorite popcorn I've ever had, and I'm gonna eat it again before we go. And special bonus shout out to Winnie the Pooh grilled cheese. I enjoyed that too.
But that's not all for us here in Shanghai. We have more adventures planned, including Zootopia, so stick around for those. Until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, follow us on all of our socials, and if you would like to join with the MamFam in the conversation about this or any of our other videos, please join us on Discord. We would love to have you. The links for all that are down below.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Alan.
And I'm Max.
And it has
女士们、先
been...
生们，上海迪士尼乐园开放到此结束。
Their Shanghai announcement.
They're
It has
closed.
been a Shanghai announcement that it's closed. It's been magical. I just heard that the stores are open, so...
To Mickey Avenue. Bye.